Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is one of the most intimidating environments in all of sport. And with a war drum beating, the crowd has begun its battle cry here at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. On the Philly sideline is head coach Nick Sirianni. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. His guys also fell in their opener a week ago, so we got a couple of teams here desperately trying to avoid that 0-2 start.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out at Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. Just a really crisp, clean effort. Well over 100 yards receiving.
But didn't you feel like he needed a hug when we talked with him this week?
Oh, because he wanted the touchdowns.
He wanted the touchdowns. He was all depressed after that performance. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You were brilliant. He's like, yeah, but I didn't get in the end zone. He must have heard from the fantasy players on that one.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle here to Brown. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first. The Chiefs had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes. What?
Travis Kelce, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him, because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Eagles take over.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Second and 9.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays. He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And fighting down inside the 25. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
You talk about this Chiefs defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 20.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He was brought down by
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
on the pickup. It's 2nd
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Mahomes. And it is caught. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The quick feet by Jackson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Again, it's Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Mahomes will do it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. On the return, Jackson. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. 11 yards for number 11.
Eagles, 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Barkley, inside handoff to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throwing is Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football, and he's got a 1st.
Eagles, 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. Second and 12. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. KC's offense ready to take over. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Second and a couple.
Second and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Bakuga. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points on?
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Second and goal from the 1. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A solid stiff arm. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
9 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was brought down at the
2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now back to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll be taken down at the 46.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Up the middle with Barkley. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. This is 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down, Eagles.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
9-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Quick slant to Brown. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mahomes now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in KC. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. 2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a give to Barkley, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air. even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The man in motion is Brown. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. For one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing on 2nd down, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. And that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Elliott is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down up near the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Now here's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line.
23 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They go play fake. Mahomes able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly four-down territory. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Noah Gray, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Butker now to add the extra point. And we're tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Throwing is Hurts. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Now 2nd and 4. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The kick by Elliott is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. The handoff to Barkley. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Elliott is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 23-20. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Mahomes to throw it. Looking for Gray, and he's got him. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that's complete to Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
Jake Elliott kicking off for Philadelphia.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now all eyes shift over to the Chiefs. Trailing in this one now. 36 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 20.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One final try for Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. But what a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Eagles, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Fox Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. For NFL news and highlights, go to NFL.com.